I'm Joe Chili, mornings from 7 to 9 on Buffalo's oldie station, The Big Weck. Joining us on The Big Weck Buffalo on the Rise today is Marie Klosko, who's the owner of Elder Transition Consulting, right?
Yes.
Now first, welcome. Nice
Thank
to have
you.
Here. When you start talking about Elder Transition Consulting, you know, I think it gives me, I think of all these lofty different things, but you're actually talking about people moving into a different space, kind of like downsizing, or, you know, right?
Yes, it is downsizing, and we're supporting and guiding our local older adults and their families really through the transition of downsizing and moving and getting settled in.
Now, I've got to give you a lot of credit for doing this because, you know, I've been in situations with my own family where you have to, you know, talk about downsizing.
Yep.
It's not an easy conversation to have. I don't know, how do you do it? Isn't it kind of, you know, difficult? Sometimes people, number one, don't want to move, don't want to give up my stuff. All this stuff is, you know, these are memories. You can't take these things away. I'm sure you've heard all of this before, right?
We have heard it, and really what we do with our clients is, I think our best success has been when we have clients that have family members that are supporting them through the process.
Right.
So when there's family involved, like children or other people that you know, are in their family or good friends, I think having that extra support system really does help them through the process, but we have clients that really are struggling and grieving through the process. So we try to work with them slowly and patiently, and you know, help them really make some decisions on the things that they want to keep, the items that they want to sell, and the items that they want to dispose of, a donation, and sometimes they just have plain old trash in their house that just needs to go.
You can't get rid of my dining room set. My dining room, you know, this dining room set, I've had it forever. It's the size of a small car. You know, have you heard people, I mean, dining room sets, I mean, I think, you know, to younger individuals, they're kind of like a thing of the past, right?
Correct. Most people that have dining room sets have a really tough time getting rid of them.
Yeah.
And we work with a local estate consignment company, and when I call them and say, I have a client that has a dining room set, usually it's like, it's gonna be really tough to sell that, unless it's like a Kittinger, you know, something that's a high-end, older model, you know, older, you know, type, or popular one from years ago that might be worth something, but generally speaking, people don't use or sell or buy dining room sets anymore.
All right, when you start downsizing, and there's the actual word, how do you start downsizing? How do you begin the whole process?
Well, usually with our clients, when we get ready, we usually start in an area that there's a lot of accumulation. So we'll start in a specific area like the basement or an attic, and a lot of times what we'll do is just sit our clients down and we'll start pulling things out for them, and we just work with them to start making some decisions. And a lot of times they can't make a decision and it's a maybe or I'm not sure, and we just put that aside. And usually what we'll do is go back with them again and see if they really want it. And sometimes they want to take it with them, and other times they're ready to let it go. But generally speaking, it is a slow process. I think our biggest successes with our clients are the ones where we actually have the time and they're being proactive about downsizing. The ones that are more difficult are the ones that the clients have had an emergency or they have to move quickly, and that just adds a whole other level of stress to them because they have to make decisions quickly, and sometimes it's not that easy.
Let me try to ask you this without being indelicate. What about someone that says, you know, I want to make sure that this item is going to go to someone that's going to use it and not into a dumpster or trash heap, you know what I mean?
Yes. So what we try to do is work with our clients. Well, first of all, what we like to do is repurpose items. Mm-hmm. So usually when we say to a client, you know, would you like to donate this? And they say yes. Many of them don't even care if they make any money off of it or, you know, monetize what they have. They would rather give it to somebody knowing that they're going to reuse it again.
Right.
So there's local organizations that will, you know, make a donation on behalf of the client. So like Stitch Buffalo is one, where if a client has like old fabric, notions, yarn, we'll make a donation on their behalf, and clients are usually thrilled because they're willing, They know that it's going to a good cause. They know that it's being reused. They know that it's not going in the garbage. So anything that we can find a new home for, we try to do our very best.
And how do you know if something's valuable?
That's a good question. Usually what we do is work with a local estate consignment company, and we'll have them come in and work with the client to really help them understand if it's worth something or not. And they're pretty matter of fact. They'll say, yes, we think we can potentially sell that for you, or it's probably just going to be a donation.
It's kind of tough. I mean,
it is very hard.
It's a tough thing, and I'm sure it's hard for the individual that's downsizing themselves, but maybe sometimes for the family too, right?
Yes.
Do you ever end up being a mediator in between the two?
Yes, we do actually sometimes. When we're downsizing, we always tell our clients, make sure anything that you're not taking with you, you offer it up to a family member or a friend. And if they don't want to take it, then there's an opportunity to sell it or donate it or, take it with them, whatever they decide to do. But it's funny because some clients are very good at making quick decisions about the things that they want to take and the things they're ready to leave behind. And other clients really have struggles with letting things go. And we try very hard to help them through the process. Again, we try to be very patient with the client and helping them through the process of downsizing.
Marie Klosko, owner of Elder Transition Consulting, thank you so much. We appreciate your insight.
Thank you.
For more information and answers to your questions, contact Elder Transition Consulting at 716-440-0933 or go to eldertransitionconsulting.com. Sponsorship and promotional consideration for the preceding segment was provided by Elder Transition Consulting.